I decided to watch Christmas Comes to Pac-Land out of nothing other than curiosity. Well, curiosity and a love of festive-based animations. And I have to say, I wasn't expecting too much, particularly because I'm not a big Pac-Man fan. I have played Pac-Man, I can see the appeal, but I feel like if you're a die-hard Pac-Man fan, your opinions may differ to mine, and I'd love to know what you think if that's the case. But I decided to watch this as somebody who has played Pac-Man and for whom Christmas festive animations were a lot of fun. And actually, I kind of enjoyed it. This was released in 1982. It is a short film, it's about 20-25 minutes, directed by Ray Patterson, written by Jeffrey Scott. And we have a pretty great voice cast, including Peter Cullen, Russi Taylor, Frank Welker, several others. Really, great voice acting that's reflected in the quality of the casting. And this is set, in theory, around the holidays, but Pac-Man and the ghosts have never actually heard of Christmas. And the ghosts cause a bit of bother that causes Santa Claus to fly out of control and land near Pac-Man and his family. And while he is there, he realizes that he has lost his sack of toys. So he has to ask Pac-Man for help, and in doing so, he gets to explain to Pac-Man and Pac-Man's family what Christmas is all about. By which I mean a time for giving and thinking of others and giving back. And I thought that was a really great way of introducing Christmas. Because before I watched it, I had assumed that it was about how Pac-Man and the other characters celebrate Christmas. But the fact that they hadn't heard of Christmas and that they could meet Santa Claus and have him explain what it's all about, I thought was very clever. It worked very well. It definitely got the message across that Christmas is about a time of giving. It always makes me think, why can't every day be a day to give back to others? Why do we only do it at Christmas? But maybe as humans we just haven't got the capacity to think of others every day. Who knows? But I think it gave the message across very clearly. So if you are a young child watching this who is kind of new to Christmas, and really just thinks it's all about the presents, which is, let's face it, when you're a young child, that's pretty much the case. The presents, the food, and the parties. But it's a nice way of explaining that actually it's about giving and thinking of others. The ghosts as antagonists I loved. I really like the animation design of this. I think visually it looks fabulous. The colour choices are wonderful, and I love the design of the ghosts. I love the way they move. I think they're brilliant. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. As I said, if you are a fan of Pac-Man and you play a lot of Pac-Man, you may have a different opinion. I do still kind of not see Pac-Man as having a voice. So for me, him having a voice still doesn't quite fit. But I'd love to know how you find that if you're a fan of Pac-Man. But I did enjoy it. I thought it was cute. It's a nice little Christmas story. It's not something that I believe I'd ever seen before. But if I had, I don't know if it would appeal to me as a child. I think it would have done, even if I had never heard of Pac-Man, which, as a child, a young child, I don't think I would have done. I think it still would have appealed. And I think that's a really great thing, that even if you've never heard of Pac-Man or you've never played Pac-Man, it's still enjoyable. And that's pretty impressive. Christmas Comes to Pac-Land was something I watched by chance, wasn't sure what to expect. It turns out I really rather enjoyed it.